Hello. All right. So I was able to find my LED kit, so we can do the GN drive today. But how's everybody going? How's the weekend for everybody? Okay. So we'll start with the GN drive. Open this real quick. See if this other view. Nothing else. Oh no. Forgot there needs a screwdriver. Actually, I'll be back. I need to find the screwdriver. Give me a second. All right. Gonna watch me lose these screws. Okay. So, thankfully, I found everything, which includes the batteries, which is a little bit harder to find, oddly enough. Let me... Why is there so much plastic? Uh-oh. Well, I only have 2 batteries. It needs 4. So maybe that's not a good idea. So I'll probably have to build the other one. Maybe I can't build the GN drive today. So sad. So it needs 392 for the batteries, or LR41, I guess is the other one. But I can just at least build these so I don't lose the... So I'm cutting him off with Tamiya first instead of my god hands because I don't want to chip it. And then let me adjust it a little bit. Then I go through with my god hands. And I think this is a good time to try out the... Adjust it again. There you go. I might not need to... Might not need to use the... Doesn't look like I need to use the sanding. Make sure my screws are here. No, I think we're good. Okay. Now to figure out... So if you look for instructions, instructions are inside the box. So if you ever need them. I'm just gonna rip it. So I just need to know like the position of. So positive is above. So I just need to go and find 2 more, but I think we can still build it. And it just not work. Or work partly. So you have to press it down pretty firmly. There it goes. Use small Phillips screwdriver. Just screw it in. Not a huge fan of these metal ones because they're so hard to grip. Oh no, they're not. Oh, there it goes. So it needs to be more. I think that's as tight as it can go. You see the light now? There's this little switch. There's a little switch right here. Now when you move it, it'll light it up. So the idea is to have them like, I think it was like, in the GN drive, they have like little knobs that kind of do it. But I think I'm going to just stick this in here and just lightly screw it in just so I can just use it. And then I'm going to go and buy the battery because I didn't know it used 2. Otherwise, I would have gotten the batteries. This is not screwing in right now. So I'm just going to screw it in. Probably might have to screw it in all the way. See how I can. Let's see if that works. We'll see. Okay. So this is the one that works. So I think I'm going to put this one in the front so that the front works, and then this one I'll put in the battery later. And then, hi! How's everybody doing? I can't speak today. Brain's all dead. Okay, I'm gonna start on the GN drive. Got my tissue in case I spill anything. Don't think I need any stickers in this case, so clean this area up. Set everything to the side. Okay. So we're gonna start on the GN drive. Everything is sanded and compartmentalized, so everything's ready to build. Oh, how's Clash? So this kind of turns, fits in. I'm going to do probably, since the drive is completely visible, I'm going to probably panel line after I'm done. So there's that. Alright. My manual's like super crumpled, so look into there. It's like a slot. I'm gonna push it in. Like that. Probably zoom in a little bit. See if it, there you go. So I'm pushing it inward. So this one, I'm gonna use the one that works. So it's this one right here. So I'm gonna have to look. So fits in pretty nicely. Pretty cool. Then I'm going to so this is the thing that turns it on and off. So we want to make sure like that's where the I'm gonna probably put this in first. Okay, so it snaps on. So when you turn, it turns it on. So make sure the smaller, then it should snap in rather, or hopefully rather easily. It's not wanting to go. Why? Huh. When in doubt, use brute force. I have a feeling it's because of the battery. Oh. Yeah. Okay. We use my part separator from USA Gundam. So far, I like it. I haven't really fully used it. Slatches. Thankfully, I guess I don't have to really use it. So this popped out. I'll try screwing it in more. I just don't want to strip the... I don't want to strip the screw because then I'm really screwed. If that's the case. Okay, let's try this again. Let's make sure it works. Snap it in. Somehow snap it in. There it goes. Why does it not turn on every time I snap it in? It's still loose. This is not going to be my friend today, guys. Okay, I'm going to try... Third time's the charm? Let's see. Let's see if there's third time's the charm. It's not turning on. Oh. Why is it not turning on? Really? It's not going in anymore. This is such a... Let's See if it'll turn it off, turn off on me. Why is it being dumb now? Sorry. It's being really dumb. I have a feeling it's not going in. This is, of course, happening to me. Okay, so it's working when it's doesn't has this on, but once I put this on, of course it's on the wrong side. When I have it on, it's gonna just not like me. Right? It's working. I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's the back plating now. Am I doing this wrong? Because this works fine. I think it's like... Now it's not working. I'm wondering if the batteries are dead now too. Like, what is this? Okay, I'm not gonna even deal with this right now. So I'm gonna use the other one since this one's being a pain in the ass right now, and see if this is also an issue with the side. Because it's being a pain in the butt. If I can unscrew it now. Okay, there it goes. I'm wondering... I hope it's not because the battery's gone bad. Okay, I'm gonna flip the batteries. Okay, let's see if this works now. Where's the other one? Okay. That one's easier. Let's see if it's gonna cause some same issues that I was having. Applying pressure on both. It's a little bit easier to screw into. So I see an issue, like right here. It's not focusing really. You see that? It's not letting you screw it in any further either. This also hurts my hand a lot. Yeah, I still see it being like, yeah. Oh. Okay, let's see if this works now. Look for the smaller end. Okay. See if it screws up once I put this on. Okay, so this one worked. So maybe it's something to do with the other, this other one. I'm not really sure. Might. I'm gonna try sanding this down a little bit. Maybe this is not. Okay. So I'm just to temporarily screw this one on so that I don't have to like worry about anything. I'll buy batteries for this one as well. Put that in there. It's working now. I don't know why it wasn't working before. That took way too long, guys. So this is going to be on the inside, so I'm going to panel line this one first before it going in here. I might panel line some other stuff as well. Before anything. Use the Tamiya panel line as an accent color. Black on gray. That hurt my hand a lot, actually. Trying to screw that in. Okay. Oh, it's dirty. Saw that was dirty, so I'm gonna redo this so I don't screw it up some more. Focus. There you go. For like stuff like this, I run it against the little groove on the side, then it actually does it for me. Like you can see. So I go like this. And it automatically like puts the panel line color in. So you don't have to do like line by line, which is kind of a pain in the butt. Pretty much good. Gonna leave that for now, and then paneling the other one. Just start paneling this. I'm using my pinky normally to kind of like make it more stable. helps a lot for me. I'm not sure why panel lining takes me so much effort. It's really hard to talk and panel line at the same time. Again, panel lining isn't like a huge deal, so if you mess up, like, you don't have to worry too much about it. You can always clean it up afterward. So I'm pretty much done there, so I don't think that's a line. Looks like one though. Just gonna do it just in case. Cool. So that's pretty much done. I'm gonna do the back. Should I do the back? No. I think it'll be easier with it on. So I'm gonna clean up the gear. That's going to be in the inside. This is thinner. I use a Daiso branded little thing because it has a hole that's like fits the baby Q-tip really well. That way I don't like overuse too much. I'm not like completely dipping it in there, and I'm just gonna slowly. I'm not gonna maybe a little bit. So I'm lightly going over top to clean. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it in here. Let's see. Reading instructions is always the hardest part for me. Looks like it goes like this. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense to me. So I thought. Okay. I don't think I need to sand this one to brighten it up because I don't think you can see it. So I'm looking 2 notches at the top, 3. I can probably use my pen to kind of lift it up and rotate it. There you go. So that's good. There. Then let's look at where this needs to go. Oh, it looks like I need to put the cap on first too. So it looks like it goes in here. I said, whoa. I guess we can take the cap off. I was like, as to why the cap's on. Oops. Not really 100% sure. Rotate it again. There you go. Take this off of temporarily so I can see that's on the bottom. Okay, that still works. I have a feeling like it's not. Maybe it's all in all the way. Nope, does not look like it's in all the way. Wondering if it's the screw. I think it is the screw. I think I have to screw it in more. Just feels like it's. Yeah, this looks higher. I'm not sure. This one's giving me issues, guys. Just doesn't like me. There. I still feel it like a little bit higher, but maybe that works. There it goes. So there's the GN drive. It's actually very different from Dynamis. So this one's working because there's battery, and this one doesn't because there's no battery, which is fine. Okay, I think I'm gonna panel line the rest of it and then wait for it to dry. Then just doing a little panel lining on here, especially since you can take this on and off. Has anybody been watching anything lately? I've been watching Animaniacs. That's my childhood, basically. It's been pretty amazing, actually. It's nice to relive a lot of like old memories, I guess. Also been watching. What have I been watching? I think we started the Selena series, but we haven't actually like started completely. Then we are also catching up with Mandalorian. I keep seeing that Korean drama everywhere, and I don't know if I should start it. I haven't even finished, I even forgot the name of it. The one where it's like South Korea and North Korea. I haven't even finished that. Maybe I should finish that one. Oh, Crash Landing on You. That's that's the series. We haven't even finished that one. But I have heard, I keep seeing startup in like all of the Facebook like Asian groups. So I am curious. Maybe I will just like, for me, when I watch K dramas, no one else can watch it with me because I like to skip so many parts. I just want to get to the good parts. I don't care about the story. So people really hate watching, unless I'm trying to figure out, was there one, I'm trying to think of a drama that I watched entirely. I think Strong Girl was the only one of the only ones that I've watched entirely from the beginning and not skipping, because I like to skip immensely. I think that is definitely one Korean drama that I did not skip a lot of. I think, what was the other one? I have a few. I just don't remember the names of it. So I'm gonna clean it up now because this is already dried. Shoot, what's that? Oh, Goblin was another one that I didn't skip too much of because it was just way too funny. So, very lightly going over the top of these just to make the lines thinner. Clean up any messes that I made. Okay, I'm gonna do this right here. I haven't really watched very many Korean dramas anymore. I know I used to watch like a ton of Taiwanese dramas just because they were funnier. They weren't as like completely dramatic. Let's see if this will work. So this still works. So this is done. Looks pretty well, like pretty good with it panel lined. Should probably actually panel line the front. That's one thing I didn't do. So the GN drive took way longer than I thought it would be. I'm gonna let this sit a little bit. This looks pretty messy right now, but after it's cleaned, I think it will be pretty cool. So yesterday, I completed pretty much a lot. Actually, I completed a lot of the build. So this is what I completed. It's pretty nice. I think I'm gonna do the arms and then the waist. Maybe, yeah. Let's do the arms and the waist. And then we can put the GN drive once I clean the top up. But I'm going to wait for it to dry. So this is the arms and the waist. I might... Okay. I really hate arms, actually. Arms is, I think, one of my least favorite. Probably because I don't like panel lining the thumbs. The hand is, like, the worst to panel line with. I'm gonna scooch this to the side. I'm gonna go look for the arm. The arm unit. So I'm gonna start right here. So I'm gonna adjust the mic a little bit. Cool. My mic's falling. My mic can't be held downwards, apparently. Okay, I'm gonna start here. Now it's just finding all the pieces. So it doesn't look like... So this doesn't really have polycaps on them. Then the D. So this slides right in here. Don't need to panel line anything as of right now. Might need to clean up because I think my fingers are a little dirty. So it looks like it's this one? No. Looks like it's the gray part. I think it's this one. Yeah. So that inserts here. So this is the shoulder, and then so pointing to here. Well, that's interesting. Then this goes up here. That piece snaps on. Then looks like it gets closed like this. Nice and simple. I don't think I'm gonna panel line anything as of right now yet. Might panel line after. No, I think I'm gonna have to panel line because there's some of these parts. So I'm gonna panel line this, and then I can clean up the GN drive and then put the GN drive inside kit. Look at the underbelly. The issue with this is like it's hard to panel line the parts that are like stuck together, right? Like this line on this side is not actually like a panel line. It's just a part that like you guys put together, but it still can sort of do it. Then I'll go on this side. I don't think it needs any of the top ones. So I'm going to leave it at that, and then we're going to go clean up the GN drive. Just right here. And clean up the top. Lightly go through it, clean it up. I've been dying to just go to a theme park. Like, I can't wait until this pandemic is over so I can go to like Disneyland or something like that. Be so amazing. I think it'll be way too crowded though. Once it's over, I think it's gonna be way too many people to make it like enjoyable at least. Unless people are way too scared, but I highly doubt it. I miss friends. I miss meeting my friends. Okay, so the GN drive's done. Gotta put it in him. So I open up the cockpit right here. Open up these flaps. Similar to the other. So there's two notches here and then there's notches here. So I'm assuming like that's where it's aligned. Can I can't put it in. Is it? Really? Because of this? So I'm gonna take that one out. I'm surprised. What the hell? Okay, that snaps in. Okay. You can't even put this back in. That's a... Is it just me? Or, oh, there it goes. So I didn't snap it in all the way. It's like, it can't be that dumb. Sweet. So, if I want to turn it on, I can turn it on first. Oh, I screwed up on this part. It's supposed to be this way. So I can turn it on. Then insert it. Can't see the words necessarily on camera. I don't think the other one's gonna work. Whew. Yeah, the light's too bright so you can't see it, but in person you can actually see the words, which is super cool. It says GN00 celestial being in the middle. So it actually is super cool. that's kind of how it goes. You're supposed to lock it like that. That's how it's supposed to go. It doesn't have an easy way for you to turn it off. You have to take out the drive slowly. Just turn it to close, turn it off, and then just put it back in. So that's really cool. So there's that. Then, so the GM drive is pretty much done. I need to get new batteries or other batteries for the other one. So then I'm gonna be cleaning the rest of this. Oh, I almost put it into the ink. That would have been fun. Then just clean it. Clean the underside is kind of like the worst part. I'm lightly tapping it, especially since I noticed that I put a lot of thinner on here, so I'm not gonna put too much pressure. It's very light. Okay. Then what we are gonna do is we're gonna do the arms with the holographic part. Looks like it's this. With it's looking like this piece. Yeah. And then we're gonna use, which one's this one? It looks like it's holographic part A. So these are the holographic parts. I'm gonna move this over so I can use my hobby knife to kind of score it a little bit, because there are areas that I want to. It's already cut. It's just like I want to make sure like I don't like rip it. It definitely felt like that was gonna happen sometimes. Then you like lightly kind of just push on it. There you go. Then voila! That's part A. Where did my piece go? Where's my piece? Okay, there it goes. So it's saying the double parts is at the very bottom. So you insert it like right here. Let's see if I'll focus. So you insert it at the very bottom. And then I think it's supposed to go on the other side. Sorry, I'm trying to read it correctly. That doesn't make sense. Oh, I did it the wrong way too. So it's supposed to go. Oh, I think it goes on this other side. So it looks like it goes through and over, but that's not the case. It's just like you're supposed to bend it and put it in through this like slot up here. So I can push it in. There you go. Now, if you extend it, it's pretty flush. And then if you go like that, you'll see the holographic part. So that's super cool. Then I'm closing it off. not, doesn't close completely, but it's not fine. Cool. So there's that. And so you're going to continue on and you do this top part. This notch goes in where that notch goes. And it snaps right in. And then F9 looks like it's this part. This is put into here. And then there's this like white. No, that's the wrong white part. This part. There's a notch right here, so that goes up the top. And it wants to put it like right here. Haven't seen too many parts that I want to panel line yet. At least on this piece. I'm just kind of looking. Because since this stuff is kind of revealed, I can probably do it at the end. Once I kind of snap a lot of it together. And then there's this front piece. Read instructions. Just kind of, sometimes it's hard to read the... Looks like it goes into this tiny hole right here. In here. What is this piece? Oh. So these pieces are... So I'm not supposed to put this in. I'm gonna do my trusty handy part separator. So I'm very glad I bought this, honestly, from USA Gundam. I've been looking for a part separator for a while, so I'm glad I was able to like find one. So a larger piece. Oops. Looks like it goes like no. Does it? Yeah. The thick pin goes on the bottom. Okay, so that kind of pushes through. Okay, let me put this back in. Now it makes sense, guys. There's a slot right there, most likely to put weapons and whatnot. And then I'm gonna build this part. So it looks like this one and this one. Let's see. I feel like sometimes the instructions are really not easy to read. I think it goes this way. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to 100% go. So it fits in pretty easily. And then this piece goes right here. Let's make sure it's in like the right position. There you go. Ooh, this arm's very different actually. I haven't built something like this before. So this is probably the wrist right here. And then on top of that, we'll close it off with this. Make sure I didn't miss anything. If I needed any stickers. No, it doesn't look like it. So the articulation is like this, and then you could do this. It's probably easier once it's on like the body. Oops. This extends outward. So the mobility looks really good because it has a lot of like jointed areas. Cool. So what it wants to do now is put the top pieces on here. Cool. So that goes in. This goes on top. Reason why I panel line that first, because it's easier if you do that first versus afterward. Cool. So that's done. We can panel line this as well. My hands are dirty. So I think this is pretty much done from what I know. Yeah, because I don't think... Does anything go on top of here? Sort of. I think this is supposed to go on top somehow. Oh. Okay, so this does go. Sorry, I'm skipping a little bit ahead. Because I kind of want to make sure. So this goes right here. So if it goes right here, then I want to panel line the whole thing right here. The reason why I skipped ahead is just to make sure like what areas I want to panel line. Since it's white, I want to do my gray. The arm actually went by pretty fast. I think it's because it didn't need too many panel line work. Okay. I'm lightly tapping. At this point, you should see it run. So since this part does show, I'm going to panel line all the way around. I might need to go wash my hands because I see like a bunch of like black all over. So panel line as much as you want. I'm more anal, so I do pretty much any nook and cranny. I actually like for this build it seems like I didn't do as much as I normally would do. Bend this down a little bit. Just tap it in right in here. Again, don't worry too much about it being messy. It's easy to clean. Since I have the gray already, I'm gonna go for the panel lining on the other arm. Might as well. Camera focus. Okay. focusing. Okay, that's better. Again, I'm just like kind of putting a little bit more pressure just because like the paint kind of has dried out a little bit. At least more dried up than when I initially started. So I'm going to put a little bit more pressure. Pretty easy. So I'm going to let that dry, and then the other side should be dried. So I'm going to wipe off this, but I think before I do that, I think I might... Screw it. Let me do the black on here. Just to give it a little bit more time. Just right here. Especially since I just dipped it, I'm doing it very light. Kind of doing like a scoring motion. Sometimes I go along the whole line. Depends on if I want it to be darker. Otherwise, I just don't go any further. Then if I wanted to go over it again, I can do the same thing. If I want it to be darker. I don't think there's any on this side at all. Nope. Size is fine. So I wipe it off. And then I'm going to clean it right now. Yeah, my hands are dirty. Look at how much. Okay. I'll look for a spot for my Q-tip to make sure it's like clean. Otherwise, it's gonna smudge it too much. I think I should have gotten a new Q-tip. Just fine. You can always use another one to kind of go over it. And kind of use the first one to kind of get rid of like the majority of the dirty stuff. Then this side. Make sure I don't touch too much. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna use a new one just because I don't think it's completely clean. So I'm gonna go over it again. Just to make sure. Just to make sure. Then I'm gonna go with the top right here. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm like Bob Ross. I just feel like I'm like barely talking. And we're like repeating the stuff that I'm like saying over and over again. I guess it's an art, right? Building Gundams. Nachos. So that's pretty clean. And then I'm going to go onto this arm to clean it. So when you're cleaning it, like when you have lines right here, you gotta make sure there's nothing like at the top, because sometimes you'll miss it. Like underneath. Cleaning up pretty nicely, actually. And clean up this side real quick. Doesn't need to be like... Make sure like my hand smudges didn't add any additional crap. Just seems like it did. Wipe my hands a little bit. Just to make sure. Cool. So that's good. Sure there's nothing else. It's nice and clean. So afterwards, so we're gonna use, it looks like it's to, I think it's the sticker, or is it not? Yes, it's 4. Where's my hobby knife? So it looks like I'm supposed to... Is it here? So I'm supposed to put it here. Oh, I didn't clean the other side. I was like, why? Why is it so dirty? I have to soak a little bit. Am I using the right one? Oh, no, I'm not. I was like, why is it so dry? Okay. So, I'm going to use my hobby knife to take this off. Use my thumb to kind of press it so that it comes out. Use my pinky. Lightly. Try to get your hobby knife off, just so you can see if you position it, if it looks right. And if it does, I would just take a clean swab and just like push it downward, since fingers are too small to go in this area. And also you don't want your fingerprints on there either. Okay. And then you want to put the clear top. Then this over it. Can't really see. Can't really see the sticker. I guess it's easier to. Nice. You still need to pick up your Gundam, Mike. Still have it. Then snaps right into here. So it looks like there's another holographic part. So I'm gonna go ahead and do G. Just this one. There's two G's, so it doesn't. You won't mix that up. Okay. We can probably drop it off maybe tomorrow because I think we're gonna. We'll see. I might need to go to like the grocery store tomorrow, so. Unless I have a bajillion meetings, which tends to happen. Okay. So the larger side, so it goes straight into here. Ugh. It's weird because it's like there's a holographic part inside, and then this is like this holographic part is like on top of it. It's like two holographic parts. Wait, does that look right? Yeah, that's right. So that's really weird. It's like that it's like two, but I guess that works. So there's the holographic part there. And then I guess if you extend the arm outward, then you see this other holographic part. So this holographic part kind of like covers this one, unless you like bend the elbow basically, which I guess will happen. So I'm gonna panel line this one, and then onto my least favorite part, which is the hand. I hate doing hands. I think it's so tedious. Again, I'm being very light on it. This is the Kyrios from Double O. Double O. The one that can transform into an airplane. So I'm gonna let this dry and then go onto the hand. So I think I'm missing a part. That's right here. Pew! Pew! Now we have this piece. Apparently it goes in here. Then you pop the finger in. Migrating. All right. Do we want to do knuckles or do we want to do white ass hands? That is the question. Oh. Let's do open hand. Then put this on top. Voila. There's a lot of flexibility on the joint right here where the wrist is at. Now I have to panel line this. Alright, so I'm gonna panel line the white first, just because I wanna delay the panel lining of the fingers. So we're almost done with the one arm, so it's not too bad. I'm just like holding it right now. Cool. So that's done. I kind of want to reduce here because it's light. This is the part that I did before. The only issue with the gray is it's like really light, so sometimes you have to go over it again. Okay. I'll let that dry again. I'm gonna go finally to the fingers. So I normally hold the joint. And I kind of just, funny enough, I kind of just run it. Just run and tap. And if it gets like too much, it's always like fine with the cleanup, so. Normally the fingers, I don't really care too much about how I panel line it. Kind of make a mess, actually. I make a mess. All over. I'm just like tapping. Just remember to do the back side. Knuckles. Then the thumb. Ugh. Ran out of ink. Sweet. So I'm done with that. Since I sometimes need to use the other hand, I'm gonna also panel line the other one. Kind of just go over like that. Let that dry. So while that's drying, you can clean up the other part. Ooh, no. Okay. Again, make sure the top, bottom don't have like leftover ink. Sometimes it bleeds outward. And the crevices, I kind of push it in a little bit just because the Q-tip's a lot larger. Top, bottom, little pressure. Okay. Cool. So that's done. Now onto the fingers. Normally for the fingers, I don't really care, so I'm just gonna kind of go over it like this. Normally the fingers are pretty bad actually, so I normally have to go over it again. Because I use a lot of the thinner on there. I mean, not the thinner, the panel line ink. So normally go over it once and then I'll go over it again. Just to make sure. Cool. Then I'm going to use the other side. I'm going to do the same thing again. Damn you everywhere! Eugene, you just need a bunch of computers and then your room won't be cold. That's how you do it. Okay. So that's pretty clean now. I'm gonna go over the fist. Don't anticipate anything crazy on this side. Voila! So, looks like this part is pretty much done. I just have to panel line this last part. Paneling a little bit on the back. Cars. Dumbass cars. I sound like an old man every time I complain about cars. Okay. So attached that. I'm gonna attach the hands. So this is, from what I remember, this is built a little bit differently than the Dynamis. The hand part, the hand and the wrist part, I think is built a little bit different. From what I remember. That's pretty cool. There's a ton of mobility in this kit. It's also not it's not loose either. The joints are actually really tight. So and then so this goes like right here. But I'm gonna put that last after I clean this out. I'm gonna use a new one. Okay. So normally these I just kind of put it into a Ziploc bag and then I put the name of the extra parts for the kits that I have built. And then I put it all in like one gigantic container. Because I don't normally keep the boxes because we have no room. So I normally don't keep the boxes. Final cleanup. Cool. So this attaches right here. So this is the right arm, it looks like. Oops. Kind of see a little bit of the black right here. Cool. I guess it covers it like that. From what I remember from it's the right arm. His right arm. That doesn't seem right. Does it seem right? No, it's right. Wait, I'm confused. Does it seem right, guys? I'm trying to... Okay. Is that on the back? Sorry, I'm gonna look at the picture. Oh, it is on the back. So it's like an extra wing. Okay. His hands seem like it's like an evil demon. Summoning an evil demon. It's like, Luke, I am your father. At least the way I'm posing it right now is kind of funny. Okay. So, I'm going to do the other arm now. So hopefully it should be easier. It's actually not too bad. Let's see if I remember everything. Where is the little... Uh-oh. Oh, I have more parts in here. Not the part that I'm looking for. What? Where is it? Okay, I don't see the part I'm looking for. Making sure it didn't pop out into some other... the other one. Yep, It did. Okay. Goes right here. And it has this army thingy. Snaps right in. This is on top. There it goes. Then I'm gonna use panel in it. Where is? I'm gonna move that. Move Kyrios out of the way. Do this one, might as well. Don't need anything else because it doesn't show. Now I'm gonna work on this part. Those I don't need yet. Weird thing is, it's done like the same way. Okay, gonna cut out another A part. I'm gonna do it on the side, so I don't have to move everything. I'm gonna score it a little bit so I don't ruin it completely. Good. You insert it right here, fold it upward, bend it, and it goes right in this little slot right here. So it kind of snaps in a little bit, just a little bit though. And bam. Come on. There it goes. Nice and tight. Then this part snaps right on top. Then this inserts here. The back is inserted here. Sweet. Then a lot faster. Larger peg on the bottom gets inserted here. Then it's right in there. It's like this. Watch me do this all completely wrong. Nope. Then I would have to take apart the other one. No. Okay. Large end in the back. So perfect. then put this in. There you go. So now this is pretty much the same, but then the sticker goes on a different part. So we'll go through here instead. So the sticker goes on this side now. Using another hobby knife again. And peel it back a little bit so a little bit of the tab comes off. Put my my knife underneath, put my finger on top, and then it pulls right out. Then you just lightly kind of gauge where you want the sticker to be. Try to lift your hobby knife up so that the sticker is in there. Then let me make sure, yeah, it's the right side, and then use a Q-tip and just press it inward so that it's stuck in there. Cool. Then use that. Then use the green right on top of it. Voila. Voila. Then we're gonna do, let's see. So it's looking at holographic side is on this. I can pretty much build this out since I kind of know what it is. Then we'll need the other holographic part. All my stickers are done. Oh, no. I still have 5. I think that's the gun, so I'll just leave it that way. I'm going to cut out G, the holographic part. The larger part at the bottom, you kind of insert it right here. Kind of have to wiggle it a little bit. There. So it's like kind of flush. There's still a little notch on the bottom right there that you don't. And the plate on top of that. And then you got your forearm right there. Since that is done, I'm going to panel line it first before I move on to the shoulders. And more like finish off the shoulders. Actually, I'm gonna shake this again because the gray doesn't like to stick very well, or it isn't dark enough. I think that's my gripe about this gray. Make sure there's no fuzzies on the tip. Okay. And go ahead and bend the arm a little bit so I can see what I need to panel line. Just tap. I feel like I need to watch 00 again. I thought there was another, like a new 00 series supposed to come out. Pretty sure Corona did something to it, but I'm so glad that they made new kits, master grade kits for Double O. Pretty much ran out of ink. So I'm gonna dip again. It's just a comic pen. I can probably post the link in chat. I haven't had an issue with it cracking at all. I'm not sure why some people have cracking issues. I haven't. I don't know if it's because like I'm careful about it. Or and because I'm using a comic pen, it's not using as much as like you would using with the brush that they could provide. So maybe that is the reason why it doesn't crack. I haven't had any issues with it. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it has the tip of fountain pen, but it's not necessarily one. It's just a stick, and it has like some. And this nubs comes off. So if you wanted to change this, or if it like breaks or anything, you can just do it. I think it's used. I think it's called Tachigama, is the brand. But if anything pointy, you can use. I've heard people use what they call toothpicks. I've heard people use toothpicks before, kind of using the same method that I do. I haven't tried that yet. I think toothpicks might be a little bit thicker of a point than what I'm currently using. Yeah, I don't know why so many people have issues with this liner. I've used this liner for 4 years and I haven't had any issues now, at all, actually. So I'm gonna clean what I panel lined before on here. I have a feeling that maybe it's just like overusage of it, or maybe like ratios are different. I mean, it could be a bunch of stuff. Okay. Then nope, this way. All right. Trying to figure out which way it is. Oh, I guess it's only one way, right? Shh. Woo! Wait, why is it? Yeah, I feel like they use too much. That's my only thing that I think that people are doing. I can't really think of anything else like how it would happen. Because that's all I get in my panel line video is like, warning, don't use too, like, it cracks. And I'm like, I have never had an issue. So I'm building this rather quickly because I built the other arm already. So forgive me. Do I want open hand again? Do I want the God save us all type of... Ooh, that is not what I want. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. I'm like psyching myself out. Cool. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of people seen me use it, and I haven't had... Maybe I had one instance, but it's like... It might have been like pressure or something, unless like maybe they panel line before snapping the pieces on, and maybe it breaks when they try to snap it on. Like it could be that instance as well. Whew. And I also like wipe off, like if I do too much, I kind of like blot it off more than anything. I mean, it could also be when they clean the primer as well, that they put too much thinner on their cotton swab. That could also be another thing that could cause issues. Looking for... Yeah, I feel like it could be user error. Could be. Or they got a bad product. That could be another one. Watch, like, while I go through this, it happens. Again, to make my hands steady, I use my pinky to kind of rest on the piece. Okay. Oh, I should just do the hand too. I definitely find it easier because the tip is rather thin, and I like to kind of go along. If you look at what I'm doing, I kind of like to go along the sides, like kind of in a way like trace out the lines, and it makes it like, I think it makes it a little cleaner, unless like you have to get used to it because there's kind of slit in the middle, and if you kind of open that slit, the ink kind of just comes all out. Focus. Okay. So yeah, like I kind of dot, but I also like kind of go along the line, and it's like the same thickness as like a panel line. It does get, you have to get used to it. So I recommend practicing on something that you don't like first, and then kind of go all out on one that you like if you want to try out like this method. I haven't gone back to like my original method. I think that came from, which is just I don't think I even used the brush. My original method was panel line pens. So nothing wrong with it though. Just easier for me. It's easier. It's also somewhat easy to control, just because like it's kind of like you're writing in a way, or drawing. It's kind of natural, I feel, than the brush. Because I feel like the brush is like, it also, you have to be careful of the amount of ink that you have on that brush as well. I've learned this method through a Gundam guy that I watched online, and he did really, really good videos. And when he used this, I was like, man, I did not even think about it. Like, it makes complete sense. Again, the hand I'm not too worried about, so I'm kind of just doing whatever to it. Kind of letting the ink kind of go wherever it wants to go. The cleanup is the part that's like, that will save it. No, you'll see me like switch between the two, the black and the gray. What I do is I use the color that I want to use first, and then after that's done, I legit use just a tissue paper and I just wipe it, because it's metal. This is metal, so once you wipe it off, like, there's no residue. There's like 0 residue on it, so you just got to make sure like there's no tissue paper residue on it. Okay. Oop. I need to do this part. Might as well panel line it all and then clean it all at once. Oh, and then I guess the fist as well. Yeah, so the nub, the tip of the pen is actually metal. So you don't have to wash it or anything. You just wipe it off and you're good. As long as it's not... As long as it's not like stuck on, like you let it dry. Even though I had parts let it dry up here and it doesn't even really do too much. You can always switch out this top part as well. So if you wanted to switch it, if you wanted to be like more careful or afraid that it's gonna contaminate the paint or something like that, you could. But you don't need to. Again, if it's too dry, I tend to put a little bit more pressure, and that splits the opening of the pen up, and it brings the ink out. Again, I'm kind of... Okay. So that's pretty much it. It's very light. I guess it's not horrible. I like a darker gray in my opinion, but it's kind of on preference of like what gray color you like. I know it's light, but you do have the option to go over it again. So always have the option to go over it again. So I'm gonna start cleaning. I'm just using Mr. Hobby thinner. I do wipe off the excess so it's not like sopping wet. I'm just lightly kind of going over the surfaces. Like in this particular area, there's a groove, so I'm going to press into the groove a little bit more to make it cleaner. Yeah, I think you have to remember to shake it too. I don't know if you like shook it a lot as well. I know that kind of sometimes does it. Every now and then you have to shake it because everything kind of goes to the bottom. Also, if you think it's too light, what I do is like sometimes when I'm building, I'll leave the cap open just so like some of the thinner kind of comes out so that there's not as much thinner next time. So the paint becomes darker. You can do that as well. But it's your preference. It's really dependent on how you like it. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't show up. Like this one, I think I did it, like had to do it a couple times, but then again, I did open this cap and just let all the thinner, a lot of the thinner go out. So I think that's the reason why it's a little bit darker than normal. And then this paint is also like 4 years old because I've been using it for that much of a time frame. Okay. Just double checking to make sure everything's clean. Yeah, I think it really depends on where it is. So I definitely don't like the black on the white parts, but I know that some people like it. Like, I don't know if it's just because it's more edgy. So there's nothing wrong with that either. It's kind of up to people's like preferences. Talking about backlog, you do not want to see my backlog. A lot of it is actually not with me. A lot of it is back in my hometown, just because we have no room in this area. Well, in our little studio or 1-bedroom apartment now, we just don't have room, and so I like shipped, like when I went back home to my hometown, I like took some of the Gundams with me and just like kept it in my like childhood bedroom closet. I'm like, I'll be back for you guys. I have way too much to build, and I'm a slow builder too. I'm like a really slow builder. It's drying out. I highly suggest you get the 2 kits whenever you do get the chance, just because like these kits are just so well done. All the newer kits are already like super well done. I'm kind of excited to see like what the new perfect grade, like the mobility on that one, how that would be. I wonder what's different about it. I'm very curious. They also didn't release it with like an LED kit, which is, I'm shocked, to be honest. Yeah, I do it as I build, because it's easier. There's also some parts like you don't really. Well, I'm also very OCD, so I like my parts. Even like sometimes I do the back of the parts when you don't even see it. So I tend to do that, and the only way for me to like look and see if that part is visible is when I'm like building it. I'm like, oh, this might be visible, so I'm just gonna panel line it anyways. So it's like easier for me. I also like to just build and not have to take the parts off and then sand them and then build them, panel line it and then build it. And yeah, I prefer just taking the parts off, then sanding it all. Then I can just sit back, relax, and just like panel line and build all at once. And then my last step is always like water decals. Oh, how is the MGEX? That thing is stupid expensive, by the way. I mean, eventually I think I would want it. It's just like, I don't know. For the price of it, I'm just like, I can just get the perfect grade that lights up too. So I'm just like, I don't know if I can justify it as much as Unicorn is my favorite Gundam. I just don't know about that price. That price point is scary. Like super scary, actually. I'm still cleaning the joints. Probably after this kit, I am seriously thinking about doing the unicorn, the perfect grade unicorn, but I'm not sure. I'm very scared to start on it. Very, very scared to start on it. Nice. Snap all these pieces together now. Oh. So this joint is a lot more flimsy. Let me look at it. No, this one's also bad. Makes sense though, I guess. Oh, I guess that's true. I think that's the reason why I haven't top coated the... My god, are you not snapping it? Okay. I think that's the reason why I haven't top coated the Dynamis, because I have to stop these like clear parts, like all of the holographic parts too. I need to... Sweet. It's looking good. So I think I'm gonna do the skirt, and that's gonna be the last thing I do today. And then it'll be leg day and probably the next weekend. I think I'm gonna finish it next weekend. That's a huge maybe though. I think I'm gonna finish it next weekend though. Actually, before I do this, I'm gonna go look for the instructions first. I do have parts left over, so I normally just store them in a box, like all my other boxes. I can completely tell the difference on my kits. Like when we didn't top coat our perfect grade Astray, like it just didn't look nice. And then afterward, when we top coated it, we're like, oh, it just looks so nice top coated, especially the matte top coat too. Really enjoyed that one. Hated having to rebuild it because it was like all over the place, because that was a pain in the butt. That's the reason, probably the reason why I'm like a little scared of doing the perfect grade unicorn, because I don't want to mess it up. Empty. I have a feeling like you have to just top coat it before you put everything together. Maybe that's the way. Meow. Meow. Okay. Insert it here. Cool. And then this piece goes right in the back. Wait. Does this make sense? This does not make sense. Wait. This doesn't make sense. Do I have the wrong piece? I think I have the wrong piece. I do have the wrong piece. Well, like it's not fitting. Yeah, I haven't tried top coating after I panel line and then built like parts of it. I mean, it's probably a little bit more tedious, but if you're doing a perfect grade, I mean, like, you're going to want to spend the time to do so, I would think. Because I know I don't even know what this piece is. What piece is this? Is it this one? I don't think it's this one. Oh, it's this piece. Thinking it's like a gray. There we go. And then we want this. And then this goes to the front. Right here. And then this snaps on here. It's a little flimsy. Interesting. Yeah, it's a little loose. Interesting. I might try the strip on here, but we'll see how bad this part is once everything kind of gets put together. Put the thingy up over here. This goes somewhere. Oh. Will it go right here? Alright, what does this do? Where is this supposed to go? Oh, there it goes. There's that. Yeah, these right here are a little loose. I'm a little scared about it, but I do have the new stuff, so we'll see if that's gonna work out. We'll see once it's put together if I need to strengthen those parts up. Snap those together. Maybe I'm putting the wrong ones on here. Am I putting the wrong ones on here? Yeah, this one is. Okay. Come off. And don't break. Damn it. Come off. Should have looked at it thoroughly. Uh-oh. Gotta break this piece, guys. No, come off. Let me see. Okay.
And a writer are looking for somebody who brings everything to the table.
Can't get it off.
You know, who brings the heart, who brings their vision, and particularly who bring their brain to the table. So that they're aware of what they're doing and they're making conscious choices.
So it's the ball one. There, that's tighter. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Because the last perfect grade we kind of did the same way that I did, but that's because we had to, it was like a build that was already built, and then we just disassembled it. That was hard to do, especially without breaking it.
I don't have a lot of patience for people who feel like they're downloading from the cosmos.
Okay.
You know, just like, that's how it came out. Okay, great. Now let's make it better. But, you know, just writing from a place of understanding rather than from a place of fear. Where you're just grateful for any idea that comes along.
Then this.
And you don't want to change it because you don't know
Okay,
how.
cool. This goes right in here. That's where the saber goes. That's kind of cool. I look at it.
Yeah, it's not about the ideas, it's about how you support the ideas.
Okay. Why is this being dumb? Okay, there it goes. Then final thing. Okay. I'm gonna panel line everything first before I put everything together. So I'm gonna start with the white. Should I start with the white? No, let's start with the black. Almost done. That was a quick one though. I haven't decided which one I wanted to build next. Tap, tap. What should I build next? Who do you think will be the next 00 character? They're gonna... They have lock on. I mean, they already have Exia like all over the place. Wonder who's gonna be the next one. Oh. Okay, I think all of that's done. I didn't see anything. Maybe that... But then again, I don't really look too much into the Gunpla news anymore. Oh, is it? Well then. I know what I'm getting next. Let's see. Yeah. For me, I don't really care about the transformations. I just like how they are just initially. Makes sense though. At least the good thing is like unicorn when it transforms it's not like a huge ass transformation that it needs like additional parts or anything like that. Probably gonna need I just store everything in like one box in Ziploc bags. It's the easiest solution that I have. I wonder if they're gonna make like another series. Haven't really seen anything lately about another series, but then again, like I said, I'm not really into the Gunpla news lately, so I don't know. We need another like Blood Orphans kind of series. That was a great series. Other than the ending. Just doing all the panel lining of all the parts that were built. Did all the black first. I'm gonna do the gray now. Again, the gray, I'm gonna shake it because it tends to be light if I don't. I don't like the ending. I have a lot of gripe about the ending. I don't mind like it ended the way it ended, I guess. I guess certain situations I really did not like. It was just really shitty. I think it there was like certain things I'm like, should have been done better, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody either. But yeah. There are definitely certain things I did not like about the ending that I wish. I don't know. But the series overall was great. I think it definitely has given me a lot of hatred toward specific people, which I guess Gundam does really well. A specific cast member that you really don't like, even though it's like whether they're a good guy or the bad guy, you're like, man, I just wish this person just would die. I think they do that very well. I forgot about the. Definitely Seed. Actually, I think all of them. Trying to think. I think Seed specifically had a lot of characters where I'm like, I don't mind you dying. Oh, I completely forgot about this part. Guess I'll do the gray first. Oh no. It's like all on my hand. Okay. Oh, this one's darker. A lot of cleanup to do on this one. Saber. It's a little bit more dry, so I'm pressing it so it like comes off the pen. Like if you touch it and it comes off, it's fine. But if it's like not coming off, then I like do a straight pressure, like straight down pressure instead of like a drag pressure, because then it could be bad. Oh. Just need to do one more. Because I did not do it the first time. Now I just need to clean everything up and then assemble everything, and then I'm done for today. Done for today. Okay. Let's get a new one. This is partly new. Let's clean middle part. My fingers are really dirty. Pardon them. Okay. Might clean this up a little bit more. Yep, I want to get it done. I want to get it done. I think if the battery situation wasn't that bad, I would probably have been able to build faster. Kind of also experienced experimenting on time, like what time people normally like to watch streams. I think I was a little bit too early last time. Seems like people like to watch streams like later in the day. I think my stream last time was longer. But then again, it was because I was playing games in the first half. Switch to a new one. Is this only almost 3 hours? Okay, let's see. Whoever's there, thank you for sticking around. I kind of can't wait until holidays. More like next week. Because then at least I get some days off next week. Or the following week. So ready to be on vacation. not sure why. Maybe I'm not leaving it on there long enough. Is everybody playing WoW lately? I know I can't. I cannot play a lot of games because I have motion sickness. And it's sad. So sad. Nice, I've heard a lot of people really enjoy it, so. Same. Same. I play ARAM a lot. A lot. But I think it's because like I don't like going into playing Rift unless there's like everybody's my friend. So I haven't played Rift in a while. ARAM's fun though. Especially with the new items, it's kind of like, well, I wouldn't say it's completely fun. Definitely infuriating sometimes. Especially with the new items, you can legit just blow up. That's never fun. I think I've gotten one-shotted way too many times from the new items. Yeah, it's definitely very quick. Very, very quick. Very quick games. I guess it's not bad. At least if it's over, it's over.